everybody. My computer's lagging. Oh my god! Hello!
Hello!
It's me and it's Sofia. Say hi
to everyone! Hi everyone!
What's up, stream?
It's nice to be
What's
here.
up? Yeah, the rest couldn't make it because everyone's busy, and also Trash Panda lives all over the world and time zone. So, you know, I'm up at like freaking it's 5 a.m. for me. so yeah, we only have like Sai and Seth here. Say hello, guys. This is part of a very small part of the Trash Panda team.
Yeah. Should we introduce? Or, I mean,
Yeah. Introduce yourselves. So okay, Sai, tell us a bit about yourself.
Okay. Yeah. I'm a Taite, and Trash Panda was kind of my like entry into like metal and metalcore stuff.
Yeah.
And so yeah, I've been in the group ever since it was formed, and I'm really happy to be singing in the group. Yeah.
So glad to have you here, Sai. Sai is an amazing singer, and she can, you know, check out her covers. Actually, okay, Seth, introduce yourself.
Hi, I'm Seth. I'm the guy who everyone thinks is a girl. I'm the guy who made Goddess. Also Lie of Providence, which most of you watching Zephy's channel probably know of. And yeah, Trash asked me to mix this cover of theirs, and I was like, sure, why not?
Yes, it came out
Yeah,
so
we
well.
shall
Oh my
show
God.
you Seth's session. It looks like hell.
All my sessions look like hell.
Oh yeah, that's true. It's the guy who is the guy. Thanks, Unit Zero. Very good explanation on who we are. Anyway, yeah, we're speaking without like BGMs here because I thought we were gonna like show stuff. So okay, I will start off by showing you guys my session, which is basically the vocal mix session, and I have nothing to show. I just want you guys to see how much of a mess this is.
Yeah, it's crazy. You should. Oh my gosh, we should talk about the laughs and everything.
All right. Oh, where are those? Hold on. They're down here somewhere. Okay, I have Sai's laughs here, and then I pan them like crazy.
Gosh, wait, I
Hold on,
totally
let me,
forgot
like,
what they even
unmute.
sound like.
Same. I don't remember shit. Here, let me just.
Wait,
Oh my god!
I need to tune into your stream. Yeah.
Is it even playing on stream? Oh, it is.
I don't know. Is it?
Yeah, it is.
Oh yeah.
The third one is fucking onion. Hey, listen to this. Listen to this.
Oh my god.
I don't even know like if Seth actually kept these in the like final mix. Were they in there, or did you have to like cut some out because it was too much?
The laughs, I kept them all. I kept everything.
Oh really? Oh
yeah.
nice.
I did automate that track. I was gonna say quite a bit, but there's like 2 automations, so I guess not.
Oh.
I see.
What else do we have? Yeah, the crazy laughs. It's just crazy. And then we have this. This other
Wait, what is
green one.
this?
It is actually just onion going like.
Oh yeah, his little gremlin laugh.
Yeah, his little gremlin laugh. But then I just like freaking edited it. Like I put like glitch effects over it, so it's just...
he totally like thought of it. Like didn't he? Like it was just like a joke. Like I don't think he actually thought it would be used.
He was like, "Oh, I'm giving this to you as a joke," and then he just went like. And then I was like, you know what? Fuck you. I'm using it.
Fuck you.
Yeah. So I was like, yeah, this is what it sounds like. It's very heavily edited. It's basically just a bunch of effects. Yeah. So you can't even tell it's laughs, but yeah. So that's the last. What else do we show in here? What is this? Oh, it's the choir parts. Oh my god,
yeah.
so much automation.
Oh, your ad-libs went crazy, Zephy.
What is this even? Oh yeah, it is a bunch of like choir shit. So there's. Oh, this is actually Tomo on the top end.
Oh yeah.
That's actually Tomo. Wait, let me like solo this. Hold on. Wait, no, it's not that one. Oh, here you go. It's this one. This is actually Tomo.
Oh yeah. What? That's crazy. He sounds so like angelic.
It's freaking Tomo. Like Tomo has such
So
a deep voice,
good.
and then he just goes all out. And then we gave him the last line where it went like.
He hit it better than I did. Honestly, he was so good.
Yeah, I'm like, I mean, you both had your own like flair to it, and I like both. So yeah, I just thought it was like super cool. So yeah, these are just the choir things.
Yes. Yeah.
Let me just turn off the instrumental, maybe.
But yeah, what did everyone think? What is your favorite part?
I really like this how this wasn't actually a lot of layers for the choir because usually for trash tracks we do a lot of layers for what do you call it for like choir parts, but this one was just like me and and who Kurosu, yeah. Oh my god, my brain, my brain. I'm like, who sang this?
It's okay.
Yeah, it's Kurosu. So it was just me and Kurosu, and that was it.
Yeah, it was super good, super good.
Wait, is there more? I don't think so. Yeah, it was just a few layers. It was very minimal this time.
My favorite part is when we go like all together, like Kitanai anata ga, like all together.
Right.
It sounds so dope.
I don't even know where that is. Hold on here. Oh yeah,
right
there you go.
Yeah.
I hit it right away. Damn, this sounds so huge.
It's just so full, you know?
It's very impactful. I love it. There was actually a like reverb tail thingy that I did here, but I don't know. I think like Seth took it out because it was probably like messing up the mix thingy.
So like
oh
I know.
Oh my god! Thank you for the gifted memberships, guys. Yay! Share the love. More eggs. Yeah, you guys get like an egg logo when you join membership, so that is very cute. Thank you guys.
That's so cute. Aww.
It's an egg. What else do we show?
Maybe the screams in the back.
Oh right. Here.
Yeah. I don't think I do anything.
Yeah, this is the last part with the screams. Where are the screams actually? There is so much going on. Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
Maybe. Holy shit, that was so high. Oh, I really like this. I really like this thing that we did in the choir. Hold on, let me just. This because Tomo is so high. Hold on, let me look. That is Tomo.
Sorry.
Yeah. That is Tomo.
So
He
good.
is
So good.
cracked.
Crazy. Yeah. Glad we could have him on for.
Yeah, I really like this
Trash Panda
thing.
cover.
This thing. I don't know how many fucking takes I had to do to get that. Where was it? I think it's this one. No. This one?
Maybe.
Yeah, that one.
Oh.
Like that little like descending thingy. Oh, that was really fun.
No,
Choirs are really fun.
How long was this in production?
I'm
trying to think.
I
Like,
don't remember. I think we
let me look
started
back
this
in the
like
chat.
last year. Was it last year?
Yeah, it was like last year because we were gonna do it for Valentine's Day, right?
Yeah, and then we were like, oh, we can't make it. And then we were
Oh my
like,
gosh, yeah, it was in It was in September of last year, so wow, we finally got it.
Oh, that is a long time ago. I mean, it's finally done now, and it's
I'm
not
so
even
glad.
Valentine's or Halloween. We just
Yeah,
we just released in the middle.
it's like Christmas in July, but Valentine's
I
in July. Yeah.
Okay, what else do we show? Should we like? I don't know what else to show. Like Psy solo.
Which one? Goodness.
Oh my god! Oh fuck! The guides are on.
Oh.
Yeah, the crazy stuff in the back is a guide. Cause yeah, right. In the guide, I actually like intended for this solo to sound like this. Yeah, it sounds like shit, but I wanted that like huge vibrato thingy, but then you did it your
Yeah.
own way, and I loved it. I was like, oh my god.
Yeah, that part was really difficult for me. I honestly, literally before joining this group, I was never like I could never do parts in songs like that. Like I was like always deterred from it. Yeah, so I was really
Bro,
happy I was
you
scripted a part like that.
slay.
Yeah.
Honestly, in every single Trash Panda and like every single Trash Panda like release, you slay the vocals. Like you just do so well. You can do so much with your vocals. You can do growls. You can sound aggressive. You can sound sweet. You can sound hot. Like man. See? So sweet.
Thank you.
I really like this part where we like exchange parts.
Oh wait.
Like everyone gets one aishite.
Yeah, where it's like Aishite, and then it goes like down the line. It's cute.
Yeah,
I
it's
like
it's like the girls and then the guys.
yeah,
So it's like
the girls DM.
yeah.
Yeah.
And then the guys come in.
Yeah. See, what else?
Oh, look at how aggressive you are here. Jibaku! That was really good.
Chewbacca! Had a little bit of like a little grit or something.
Do you
Ooh.
Zephy, do you want to show them like the EQ or the compression you did or anything?
Oh, right. Fuck. It is just a bunch of... Hold on. I think I need to like switch to my first monitor for this. Oh, there you go. Because otherwise you can't see... Okay. What do you guys even want to see? What should I show? I have a chain on top of a chain. I committed fucking like mixing sins here. Here. This is like the chain that I use. It's like the D verb and then... What is this? SSL. Yeah, I used an SSL on side to make her sound like a bit shinier. Equalizer.
Shiny.
Yeah, just to like take out the boxiness. I don't know why I have two equalizers. I don't know what I'm doing, okay?
Understandable.
I'm like, oh, this one is for the boxiness. The other one is for like the sharp, like to take away the sharp high end. And then I had
Right.
This is a de-esser because you know Size Mic had this like really sharp thingy going on, so I needed to like take that out. So I used the de-esser, and then I have a limiter at the end so that you know I don't know why.
Thank you for
And
fixing
then-
me.
No problem. It's it's what a mixer does. And then
Yeah.
okay, and then here is where I committed fucking like mixing sins. Seth probably is just judging me right now. I put this plugin, which is like a compressor EQ multiplier with like literally a whole fucking chain on top of the other chain.
Dang.
It's not that bad. I've done worse.
Oh, okay. Good to know. And then that's
You just-
size chain.
Yeah.
What
Just
is
a
on
mixing
mine?
felony, not a sin.
Oh, I'm a lazy ass when it comes to my own shit, and all I put on myself was an equalizer, the chain, and some. Okay, I had to
And you
put
sound good.
some room reverb on me because my room is dry as fuck, and you guys are in like untreated rooms, so I had to like match
Yeah.
my room to yours. So I kind of like
I see.
fake made a room.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, you untreated your room.
Yeah, I basically I untreated my room.
Damn.
That is
Yeah,
an
like,
interesting approach.
That is interesting.
Yeah, I had to like match my super dry ass mic to everyone else. Like, so I had to do that. So it worked. So whatever. This is for Kurosu. Also, I think it's pretty much the same chain that I had for Sai, except for I don't know why I put a gate here. I think she had like some noise on her.
Probably.
Yeah, it's the same. It's the same. It's just the settings are different. So, yeah, I don't know what the fuck I did.
You did
And
you did
then-
something right. You did something good.
Yeah, it just as
Yeah,
long
yeah,
as
yeah.
it sounds right. So this is Onion's chain. Same sin. I basically did like I made a chain and then he actually has less stuff on here. So the verb equalizer and then I used the SSLJ on him for some color and then the limiter. Yeah, I just put this up so that he could be a little bit more upfront because his mic kind of like drowned in the back, and then I committed the mixing sin of putting an entire chain on top of that. Because you know, I think my approach for this one was basically to make a chain to like match the mics to each other, and then this is the actual processing chain.
Right,
Like, I don't even know if that makes sense.
That
No.
makes sense.
It makes sense? Okay. Yeah, okay. And then we have Tomo. Tomo also had a really short chain because I think he has a treated room as well. So deverb, equalizer, limiter, and then the same thing. Yeah, the same plugin at the end. I tend to use this Howard Benson plugin a lot for metal because it has like nice like presets which I just start off of the preset and then I just kind of like go off of the preset. So these are harmonies. I didn't put much on the harmonies and then screams. Everyone had a slightly different setting for the screams. It was just equalizer and this thing again. Like I don't know why my computers hasn't exploded. So choir, I had this alter boy thing to like make it sound like more people. I think it's kind of like a doubler effect.
I see.
Yeah, it's a doubler. And then yeah, that's pretty much it. I don't think so.
Yay!
Yeah, that's pretty
Cool.
much it. So it's basically just a lot of like processing to match mics. And then the rest, like after I matched the mics and like leveled the vocals kind of, I just like exported them according to the folder. So there's a main vox, harmonies, screams, choir separate, and then the laughs separate. And then and then there were like I think I exported my like reverb buses as well. And then I just sent all of that to Seth. And I was like, good luck, bro.
Oh.
Yeah. PC on fire. Nah, my PC's fine. Like surprisingly, yeah,
Good,
it says
good.
like what engine load 32%. So yeah, my PC didn't die when I mixed this. So yay! Okay,
Yay!
let's let Seth talk now. Here is
Okay.
his
go, Seth.
screen.
Go.
Is it
And-
showing on your stream? I
Yep.
think there's a slight delay. I don't see it.
Yeah, the stream has a delay, but it's showing. I've put it. I put
There
it
you
up on
go.
stream. Yay!
Okay, so a little sound test just to make sure they hear it.
Okay.
I'm gonna turn on stream too.
Is there sound? I think.
Hold
I
on,
think
I'm
there's
listening.
sound for me.
Oh, okay.
Okay, yeah, it does work.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yay!
What a convoluted setup for this to work. But,
Is it too loud? Should I like turn it up a little bit?
it sounds loud to me.
Oh, okay. Is it like because I don't want it to like be covering your voice? Okay, we good.
I'm not gonna like play the music and talk at the same time,
Okay.
just to be sure.
I
Yeah.
think
So
we're
here is the mix. It's the project.
Yeah.
So it was the wonderful boys at Aries. I'm not sure how to
Arise.
pronounce it.
I
Who-
asked them and they said it was A Rise, and I have been
Okay.
saying A Riz all this time, and they didn't correct me. I feel like a sinner.
Well, they definitely got the
Wow,
riz, but
wow.
Yeah,
they
definitely.
provided me these lovely tracks, which they're all really like good. I didn't have to like replace any of like the orchestral stuff. The only thing that I did was I used my own drums.
Ah.
So I'm using like GGD. This is the
Oh,
same.
you changed the drum sound. Did they like send you like the MIDI or like?
Yeah,
the
they sent me the
stems?
MIDI. I have it here.
I see. Oh,
Oh,
okay,
nice, nice.
So they're super. I made sure not to like change any of this stuff because I know they're like particular about that.
Mm-mm.
But
Honestly,
yeah,
they
so
did a great job on this. Like,
yeah, they
They're-
did an amazing job.
their
These are
DIs
the
are
same
clean
drums
as
that I
fuck.
use for like Goddess.
Ah,
They're so cool.
Um, So okay, let's go to the vocal stems.
Mm-mm.
So
How many
I
tracks
didn't
did I
do.
send you?
You sent me 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, like 8 or something. I don't know if
Oh, okay,
this should
cool.
be all of them.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Oh, yeah. So all the red tracks. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
So not so bad, I guess.
Yeah, not so bad.
Not as bad as all of this. Okay, so I didn't do too much to the vocals. So just to get this out of the way, I do this on every track for this mixing style. It's just console saturation, and it's just to give each track
Oh.
a little bit of, just a slight bit of saturation and like a little dip in the mid range. You can see I do it on like literally every track. I always have it at the beginning. It's kind of like
Oh,
top-down
it's a-
mixing, but it's a little bit different because it's per track rather than on the master.
So it's kind of
Um,
like, emulating a console, if that makes
Yeah.
sense.
Yeah.
Ah, okay.
So I did that, and then I put a this is Seth's saturation station. Thanks, Unit Zero.
Seth's
Multiple views said
saturation.
GGD Master Race too. Okay, so I put a limiter on the main vocals, and we can solo that to see what it's doing. Let me go to a louder part so you can see it like.
Ah, there you go. Oh, it's a bit crunchy. Oh, I like how that sounds.
So it's clamping down pretty hard at some points, but to me it sounds good, and it's keeping everything like, because like the way I mix and the way the instrumental is like so compressed and loud. The vocals kind of need to be hyper compressed to like sit on top of everything.
Yeah, so that
So
you get more
I
space to
see.
work with as well.
yeah, so I just put the limiter on top of that, and then there is like, because the limiter when you're compressing it that hard brings out the high end a little bit more, I just put a de-esser. It catches on a couple of things here and there, but yeah. And I think I mostly did that on everything. The harmonies, I basically didn't touch them.
Oh, okay.
The vocal reverb, you did give me a track for that. I ended up replacing it with my own, so I used
Yeah, because,
East-West
you're
Spaces, which we can hear that here. Very.
Oh, I like this
Very
way
long
better than
reverb.
what the fuck I gave you.
And then what did I do on the choir? Oh, I limited the choir, really?
Oh,
This is gonna be discovery for me too, because I rarely ever remember what I do on mixes.
same.
Let me solo the choir.
Oh, that makes sense actually, because choirs they take up a lot of space.
What was that? I couldn't hear you.
Oh, no worries. No. I was saying that it makes sense that you clamp down on the choir because choirs actually take up a lot of space in the mix, especially when they're like overlapping with other shit.
Yeah, for sure. So okay, so it's just like the limiter on that, and then the reverb. Wait, I put a limiter on the choir reverb? Oh, this is the printed track for the choir. Hold on, let
I
me.
gave you. Yeah. Wait, what?
I think I kept. Yeah. I liked how this sounded. I limited it apparently.
Oh, wait, this was the one that I gave you?
Yeah.
Oh, so you put a limiter on it.
Yeah, limiter on reverb. It works, I guess.
If
I
it
think I
works,
wanted it to
works.
sound more consistent.
Ah, yeah, it's very dynamic actually because I didn't put much like compression. I didn't compress everything super hard.
Yeah, sometimes when you compress reverb, it sounds nice. We can take a look at screams. I basically didn't do anything to them
Oh
because they're
damn.
already consistent. They're kind of mixed low. I wish I mixed them a little bit louder.
Oh really? I think they sound fine.
They're there, I guess. They serve
Yeah,
their
you can
purpose.
hear them because it's like panned left and right. You can kind of still hear them very clearly.
Yeah. Scream delay, I didn't do anything to them.
That is tiny. Oh, right. That's what it's for.
Yeah, I did turn them up by like 8 dB.
Oh, damn.
And then the laughs. Oh, I didn't do. Okay, so I didn't do anything to the laughs. I didn't like limit them, but I did. There is an automation lane here for volume. Because there are parts, if I remember correctly. So you can hear like the guitars and like a lot of the instruments drop out and the instrumental gets quieter. And without this, the laughs were too loud. So I can actually bypass this and you'll hear the laughs being like too loud if I don't bring down the volume. Or the glitches were too loud.
Oh yeah, the glitches just go. Correct, yeah.
Yeah,
it's too
so
much.
I lowered the volume and
Oh, that sounds much better.
yeah, so they're just like a little bit more in the background and I think I turned them up here. This might have been laughs at the end. Yeah.
Oh, they are.
I think I wanted the laughs to be like, because it's the ending and like everything is like epic and like coming to a close. Like I wanted the laughs to like really be like up front. So I just turned them up a bit.
You know, I don't even know who laughed that last one. I think it was Kurosu. She is cracked. She sounds like a fucking demon.
It sounds like her.
Oh yeah, it is her.
Okay, so all of these are sending to a bus. And the bus has console saturation again. Katelnikov, I really like this compressor for...
Oh my god, I love this compressor.
Yeah, it's really good for compressing. Well, it literally has a preset called vocal bus. So I use that for vocals a lot. And it just kind of like... it's kind of like an RMS compressor, so it lightly squeezes everything together. You can see it's not really hitting much.
Yeah. Kind of helps
Like,
put everything like in the middle. I don't know how to explain this, but it pushes everything to sound slightly like in your face.
yeah, and it also like it keeps volume jumps from happening, so I can automate less. Which you can see on this top lane, I still ended up automating quite a
Oh,
bit.
rip.
But I don't have to automate like individual words and stuff. So after that, there's Soothe. And Soothe is just kind of, well, it's taking the edge off, as the preset says. So all this does, it's like it's a dynamic like auto EQ, if that makes sense. You can hear what it's taking out if I press the delta button. It's all that like ringy sounding stuff. Yeah, so that's just to kind of like polish the vocals a bit.
You should really get Soothe. Because
Yeah,
I've been
Soothe is
thinking of
amazing.
getting it. I've been thinking of getting it because I keep doing whatever Soothe does manually using a fucking de-esser, and I want to die. So
Here is the cursed accordion solo that I had to shrink by 4.001 times for it to fit, because for some reason it rendered at the completely wrong tempo.
I don't know why it did that. I rendered this out of like FL Studio, and it was fine when I sent you the demo, and then yeah, I don't know what happened.
I mean, just blame it on FL Studio, honestly. So this accordion solo is not in the final thing because we opted to go for like all the vocal choir stuff, and yeah, and this like kind of, it was too much happening in the beginning. But I can mute the vocals and like show you guys what that would have sounded like. Wait, I'm an idiot.
There's no
Let me play the whole instrumental instead of soloing that. Yeah. So
and then I guess we decided it was too much.
yeah, it was like too much. I can play it with the vocals at the same time, and it's like it's really crowded.
Ice cream.
My head hurts. Yeah, no, I'm glad we took it out.
Yeah, you can kind of hear both at the same time because honestly, I'm just that good at mixing. But
Yeah, they actually sit in their own spaces, but it's too much.
yeah, but like
because the
compositionally, like it's too much. Yeah.
yeah, like because the accordion solo is basically based off of that choir thingy. Wait, no, actually, the choir is based off the accordion solo because I played the accordion solo first. I recorded the accordion solo first, and then I kind of like composed the choir part over it, and then I was like, what the fuck? My brain like yeah, no, I'm glad we took it out. It's too much. It's way too much. Like if we had to like choose between the choir and the accordion had to go.
Yeah. I guess I can show a bit of the like how I mix the accordion. But I actually bought this accordion library just for this project.
Oh
and it's
my
just
god,
such
and then we
a-
didn't use it. So sad.
I mean, hey, I have an accordion library now, I guess.
We'll
so
do
that's
another
cool.
Kikuo song.
Okay, we gotta
That's not
have
a big
an
deal.
accordion in the next song.
Yeah, let's do another
there's the-
Kikuo song.
yeah. So there's the console saturation. How did I EQ this? Okay, that's how I
Holy
EQ'd
shit,
that
what is
apparently.
that?
Whoa.
That is very shiny.
Shiny, shiny.
The EQ?
Yeah,
Or like the
there's a lot of-
the EQ boost. Yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
there's a lot of high end there.
I like to do this a
because-
lot. You'll probably see this on a lot of the other like orchestral elements. But I put OTT on it, but only at like 20%. And then a limiter because I'm crazy, and then reverb. So that's that. Pianos. There was 2 different pianos in this. I guess I don't remember. Wait, what were they individually?
Is it like left and right hand or something?
Oh, I think so.
Oh, it's saturated.
Yes, probably. So, I EQ'd these differently. Okay, let's see. Piano 1, which is like the high end notes. That's how I EQ'd that. I like to boost 1K. It usually sounds good on pianos.
Mhm.
And then it's compressed. Probably quite a bit.
That looks like a lot.
Let's go to like,
Oh, that actually hits quite hard.
yeah, it goes to like 7 dB. And then it's probably the same on this one. Yeah, why did I do that? I could have just done that on the bus. I'm stupid. And then I EQ'd it again.
If
I
it
cut
works,
500
it
hertz.
works.
And then I added tape saturation. That's probably the saturation you're hearing.
The crunchy.
Yeah.
I like it though. It fits in the mix really well.
And then wait, extras. Okay, there was a xylophone, a glockenspiel, a celeste, a bell, and extra percussion.
Damn,
Which-
it is
Nice.
popping off.
Yeah, this is a lot of stuff. I don't know what I did individually on these. Oh, I think I just like cut the low end on stuff that didn't need it. Yeah, that's pretty much. The percussion might have something. Yeah, percussion I did do a little bit more EQ and compression, probably to get it punchier. And then there's a bus. What did I do? Oh, I just added tape saturation. Strings. Lots of string tracks.
Let's go.
Nice.
That is a lot of string tracks.
Yeah, I used to do this on my older productions too, where I'd separate like the violin 1 section, violin 2, and violas and cello. I don't do that anymore. I just have one strings track, and then
Oh,
that's
really?
it.
Does it
Yeah.
help if you like separate them? Is it easier to like mix it more realistically? Like, why do you even separate them in the first place? Like, is
I
it
don't
just
know. I was just anal
compositional?
retentive. Like,
Oh, okay. I get it.
And now I'm just lazy. I'm like, I want an easy solution. Just put it on one track. But yeah, I probably didn't do much. It's just like console saturation on them individually, and then string sus.
String sauce.
It's short for sustain. Yeah. So that's the EQ. There's OTT, which works really good on strings. Again, it's only at 20%, so I'm not completely killing the strings. And then tape saturation just to get them to pop a little bit more.
Oh, that is
And then
so
there's-
pretty.
Yeah, and then the staccato. I think I did more or less the same thing. Yeah. Oh, there's also a limiter, probably for the transients, because it's staccato stuff.
Virtual tape machine. Is that like for color?
Yeah, it's honestly, it's like a crutch plugin for me. It just makes everything sound better. And then I cut 700 hertz on this one. It's probably too mid-rangey.
Do you actually
Guitar
remember...
rhythm.
Guitar rhythm.
Go ahead.
Like, do you actually remember any of these things that you did?
No.
Oh my god, we're the same kind of people.
So they gave me DIs, which were, if I turn off the guitar processing, were wonderfully recorded.
Iris is cracked.
Yeah.
Super clean.
Super clean, no noise. The editing is like really clean too. The only thing is that the DI was a bit quiet, and you'll see that I had to boost the input on Helix input by 18 dB for it to hit the amp and sound right. But this is just like the preset that I've been using for a lot of music lately. I think it's the same preset for like Live Providence.
Oh.
Surprisingly. But it's basically just like a PV5150 emulation. Then it's going through console saturation. Same thing on the other track too. And then I do all the processing on the guitar bus. So this is the EQ. Oh, I did do a little bit more here. I had to kill 4K because it always sounds terrible on guitars.
Yeah, that is a lot of killing.
Let me like solo the guitars. I feel like this is the one thing people will probably be interested in, so I'll go through stuff one by one. So
Yeah,
console
people like
saturation is just subtle saturation. That's the guitars un-EQ'd, and then I add the EQ. It really like narrows them, and like soloed, it sounds kind of bad and thin, but in the context of the mix, it works really, really well. And then there is a multi-band compressor. This low-end band is controlling the low palm mutes on the guitar. And some of the lower notes too, just to even out the low end. And then this high-end band is, the vocals are sidechained to it. So whenever the vocals are playing, it ducks the high end of the guitar. Because those are two things that clash in the mix a lot, in my experience. So I can play the vocals at the same time. Let me unmute them, and you'll see.
Oh my god. Okay. Holy shit, that makes a lot of difference.
Yeah, I personally find it's a little bit more subtle, but it makes a big difference in some other areas in the song. But yeah, that always just like helps just to duck a bit of the high end. And you never really notice it on the guitars.
Because you know, I'm a vocal mixer, and that actually put a lot of, like, to me, that is a lot of space. Like,
yeah,
you managed to make just by ducking it. Holy
yeah,
shit.
it's the whole thing of like, I like to make mixes sound like a wall of sound, and to do that, you need to kind of like carve out space for a lot of other things going on, and like know when to like take out certain things. But yeah, so after that, there's a limiter on the guitars. I don't think it's hitting the guitars too hard. Yeah, hitting up to like 3 dB on some parts, it just kind of like evens out the guitars and pins them, so I can kind of like make them a bit louder. And then there's tape saturation, which makes them bigger.
Yummy.
And then there's this little thing in Reaper. It's one of the Reaper stock plugins. Not really. It comes with the script extender like community pack, but it's like a width plugin. So I'll play you with and without. I'll do it in the context of the mix. And then with. It probably doesn't come across on YouTube very well, but
yeah, I can barely hear it.
Yeah, it pushes the guitars a little bit more to the sides, and you can hear stuff in the middle a little bit more. So you hear the drums a little bit more, hear the vocals a little bit more. And you need to be careful with an effect like this, because if you go too far, it like phase cancels your guitars and does a bunch of weird stuff. But yeah, it's just something I like to put on all my guitars.
I think it's very subtle because I cannot hear it like on the stream at least.
Yeah, you probably won't be able to hear it on stream. Yeah. It's one of those things where like you need to hear like the raw like audio file for that.
Yeah.
But okay, bass guitar. There's two different basses here.
What?
Yeah, so they gave me two different bass tracks. One was meant to be for the clean bass parts, and the other one is for the distorted bass parts. I'm glad they did it that way because it made my life easier.
Bless A-Rise, they are precious.
The low end on both tracks, I pretty much process the same because I just want clean low end, so that doesn't change per track. I do put this like bass overdrive pedal, although the drive is not set high and it's not really like turning crunchy, so I can like I'll solo it. It gives the low end more character to me than just having a DI for low end. Console, and then I'm filtering out all the high end of the low track and like the low subs because that's where the kick lives. And then I'm putting a limiter. And are you ready for this?
What?
It's pinned.
What?
I absolutely destroy.
Why? Like, does this help though? Like, help it sit better in the mix?
Yes, it keeps it super pinned.
Oh my god, that is a lot.
Yeah, I do this on like all my mixes. It's great. And then like the high end, I'm using Helix Native, and I'm using the emulation of the Vox AC30 amp. It sounds, and I have everything cranked to like 10, except for the bass. And then a bass cab on that, and it sounds super crunchy. And the EQ is just, again, it's taking all the low end and all the super high highs because you don't need that. And then again, it's just slamming it with the limiter. It sounds super ratty and gross. And when you combine those, it sounds like this.
Oh, that is very nice.
Yeah, okay, and there's more bus processing. So that's the EQ for the fucking bass, like the bass bus.
What is going on?
So I find that like when you limit the low end like that, it gets really muddy. So if I bypass this.
Okay.
So I need to shape the low end and the mid range a shit ton. And I'm not shy with EQ, so and this makes it sound way more balanced.
Yeah, this sounds
Then
way
there's max
better,
bass on it. Yeah.
Sheesh, that is a lot of like shaping. You literally like just carved out your own, your own sound.
Yeah.
Like, the post processing. Holy shit.
And then because of all like that limiting, it brings up the subs of the bass a little bit again. So I have a multi-band compressor, and the kick is sidechained to it. So when the kick is doing like double kick stuff and it's getting like really intense, the subs don't get like too boomy. Let me find a section that has like, I think right in the intro. So whenever the kick hits, it's doing like 1 to 2 dB, just ducking the bass. I can show the clean bass part. The high end it's mixed the same way with like a crazy limiter, but wait, did I not put anything on the high? It's just the DI.
Oh.
Yeah, it's just the DI like EQ'd, like filtered and limited. And it sounds a lot cleaner.
Okay, I may need to mute for a bit because it's like morning prayers in Malaysia and the speakers are like right outside my window.
That bad. I mean...
Yeah, you can hear it, but I'm just gonna mute. Seth, you can keep talking.
Okay. Okay, stream. I am taking over. Fab Filter needs to sponsor Seth.
It's true.
So, okay, let's go to the drums. So I should like the drum MIDI. It's just like GGD stuff. I'm using Invasion for cymbals. Why do I have another Invasion track? Was it just to add this one splash? Okay, I guess so. And then there's like a kick trigger. And then there's like another fucking GGD. I don't remember half of this. This is probably for the snare rooms to add more to the snare. So here's my massive convoluted drum mixing. So, oh, there's 4 kick tracks. What is this? Oh, this is an Addictive Drums kick trigger for the subs. So, oh, that's really quiet. But all of these get summed together. I don't really do anything on the individual drum tracks for the shells, but I kind of find a balance that I like for the whole drum. And then I process that together. So the kick used to have a gate. I guess I removed it because you can see it's bypassed here. This is a typical kick EQ that I do. I know it looks fucking insane, but I like to use a notch filter for like the low mid range. It just sounds good to me. I've always done it. And then I compress it pretty hard. Like 6 dB, it makes the transient like really, really exaggerated, but it also kind of kills the low end. So to bring the low end back, I'll solo this to show you guys. So here without the compression, and then I'll activate it. And then to bring the low end back, you can hear the like that tape saturation just like super boost the low end. It makes the kick sound like it's hitting like way harder than usual. And then I just like clip the transients. It's barely clipping. And what was this? Oh, okay. This was the double kick parts. Like when the kick is like hitting doubles, the subs get a little bit too much. So the attack is set super slow so that when double kick parts happen, it kind of like up the low end. But because the attack is so slow, it doesn't really affect low end and only individual hits. So yeah, that's the kick. Let's go to the snare, which is my favorite. That's the EQ for the snare. let me go through these one by one. So here's the raw snare. It's just a top bottom mic and then a snare trig sample, which sounds like kind of fake but cool. Gives depth to the snare. You can hear the EQ makes it like crazy. It just makes it sound like way ballsier. And then the compression is probably also crazy. Yeah, hitting around 9 dB. Again, just makes it snap hard. The tape saturation, again, is there to like bring back the low end. And because of all that compression, it like kind of ducks the body of the snare. So I bring it back with a transient shaper and I turn up the sustain. Right, without. With. So that's a pretty big difference. And then there's an annoying ring on the snare that you can probably hear. So there's this little trick I like to do with FabFilter where there's like a dynamic EQ setting. So I set it all the way down, but I turn the dynamic range all the way up. So whenever the snare hits, the ring is there in the transient, but then it immediately pulls the ring out of the body of the snare. Because like I feel like if you just have a static EQ filter for that, it usually kills the low end of the snare. So I prefer to have it dynamic. Way less distracting, and the low end still sounds really solid. And then it's clipping, again, barely. It's just to like even out the transients. And then reverb, apparently, I don't remember putting this. Gives it a bit of space, I guess.
G clip my love. I use that everywhere.
Yeah,
It is
lately.
Oh, lately what?
I said lately, I haven't been using G clip on newer mixes. I have a new one called like the Black Salt Audio BSA clipper.
Oh, yeah.
This one's like really good, but yeah, this is a free clipper.
Yeah,
You guys need
it's
like
free.
a hard clipper, like get G clip from GVSC. It's really good. Toms. Oh god, I always hate mixing toms. That's the EQ for the rack
Is
tom.
this for like all the toms or just
This is the
rack?
rack tom, and then it's being compressed. Same compression settings. Probably hitting like 6 dB if I had to guess. Or is there a tom roll? Yeah, I'd hit like 6 dB. The floor tom is probably going to be around the same. The floor tom has a gate on it so that the sustained length matches that of the rack tom.
Ah.
It's EQ'd slightly differently because the two have slightly different attack. And then I usually kind of like squish them together with extra processing. So I guess the high end needed that. I don't know. I don't remember doing that. And then there's tape saturation. I hate toms. I always just slap them together at the end of the mix. So. Oh god. Right. And then there's a shells room bus. Because there's the shells, there's the room. So this is like the drum room sound, but without the cymbals, because I separated the cymbals to mix them differently.
Oh.
So this is the shells room, which it's the close and far room mics and the overheads. I put that in the room for some reason, I guess. And then there's an extra snare. These individually, yeah, just have the console saturation. And then on the room, it's EQ. I'm not doing much. The compression's probably going fucking insane. Let's see. It's hitting like 12 dB.
Oh.
A pretty fast attack. I'm just squashing everything.
It still sounds pretty punchy though. Like it doesn't sound like squish.
Yeah, and then there's like the tape saturation, and then the snare room. This is like a wider sounding snare room. So when you add it to this one, so here's without, and then with.
It widens the sound a little.
Yeah, it makes the snare sound a little bit bigger. And then there's probably stuff on the. Oh, okay. There's nothing on the bus. Cymbals. Overheads. Let's just solo this. So these frequencies suck.
What are those actually? Like what frequencies? Is it like 8K?
It's like 5K and 8K.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's like 4.9K, I guess, but around 5K and 8K or like 9K around there. Usually cymbals just like suck. So I pulled that out. You can hear it sounds really whistly. And then you take it out, it sounds a lot smoother.
Yeah.
And then they're being compressed just a little bit. This is probably a lot by some people's standards, but you know, I'm crazy.
You wanna win the loudness war, bro. Like
Yeah. I just looked at that track. And then there's the cymbals room. Did I do anything individually? No. So I just summed the two room tracks together, and it helps if I solo them. I think I literally copied the EQ. Oh no, it's slightly different. Here I cut like 5.9K and 9K. So it's a little bit more
higher.
up. Yeah. It's
this
like,
one's a
oh,
bit...
yeah.
Is it like a different set of symbols?
No, it's the same symbols.
Oh, but you just cut the EQ in a different... Ah, okay.
Yeah, because the room, I just realized Psy disappeared.
Oh, yeah, Sai had to go, by the way. I was gonna, like... I was gonna say, but, you know, I didn't want to cut you off, so Sai has to go, so, you know, see ya, Sai! Yeah, she had to go. And she didn't want to cut you off, so she was like,
I
she's
feel
gonna go
bad.
now.
I didn't notice.
No,
Bye,
she,
Sai.
yeah.
Thanks for coming
Bye,
to the
Sai.
stream.
She left like 10 minutes ago.
Oh my god.
Yeah. Say goodbye to Sai, chat. She has been a sweetheart. She has been such a joy to, you know. Thank you for joining the stream, Sai.
Oofers.
Sai
Okay.
Onara.
Oh no.
My chat is so like entertaining. Like, they should all be streamers.
Yeah, so when it comes to like room mics, I think because they're further away, like the pitch of the audio will sound slightly different. So I guess like, I don't know. I just go with my ears, and this just sounded like what I had to cut for it to sound good. And then I'm compressing it way more than the overheads.
Oh, that is a lot.
Yeah, but they are quite a bit lower, I think. Yeah, I boosted the cymbal overheads by like 8 dB. And then on the cymbals bus, okay. Let me go through these one by one. So there's soothe.
Oh, what?
Just to help soothe
Oh,
that a little bit more.
damn. That is
Tape
a
machines.
very high.
To make it like a little bit more mid-rangey. It makes it like a bit girthier. And you can hear like the stick attack of the cymbals more. I like it. And then I'm using BX refinement. So it's like cutting. There's a whistly frequency that it's cutting, but I'm adding saturation, and it makes the high end brighter without making it sound harsh. So listen.
Oh.
Makes it really like glittery, I guess. I don't know how to describe it.
Yeah, it has that sheen without sounding like sharp.
Yeah.
Oh my god, explaining hard.
Yeah, and then
can
there's
hear it,
a
though.
multi-band compressor that just like compresses the high-end frequencies so they don't get too harsh. You can see it basically doesn't hit. I think there's just a couple of simple hits where it might. Or not.
Probably
This might
doing
just
that.
not be doing anything. Oh, I don't have
the
the fucking
harder.
overheads playing.
Oh.
I'm stupid. There you go.
Oh, there you go. It's hitting now.
It's like when the crash hits. But you can see when the other cymbals hit, it doesn't like react. I can go through that again with the overheads actually playing this time.
Yeah. Oh, you can hear the difference better now.
Yeah, this kind of like softens the transients of the high end is what it's doing.
I am very fascinated about that BX refinement plugin because it really does add shine. I'm wondering if that would actually help with vocals.
I've never tried it on vocals, but it might. It's kind of like one of those black magic plugins that just like sounds good. And then the effects tracks, I didn't add anything because I usually don't mix effects. They're usually like pre-mixed anyways.
Oh.
And then all of this crap sends, sorry, not crap, all this very fucking good.
I mean, we understand. But you need to
all of
stare at
this
for
goes
days.
to the master track where I have the master console, and then I have revival, just like adding shimmer to the high end. I guess I can go through these individually. I'm gonna keep the limiter on, the 2 limiters. Yes, I have 2 limiters.
It's okay, I understand.
So this adds high ends. This was a master EQ. It's very subtle changes just to balance everything. cutting like everything below 30 hertz because you usually don't need that. And I softened the high end apparently. Super subtle, but it was probably just little things that I wanted to change after like coming back to it after resting my ears. Then there's FG Gray, which is a really cool bus compressor. It's just squeezing the whole mix together. Yeah, it's gluing everything together. It's like ducking the snare hits into the mix, and it makes the snare and like the drum sound splattier and stuff. And then I'm adding more tape saturation on the whole thing because I'm crazy.
It sounds good.
Kind of glues everything together, makes everything sound a little bit more cohesive. Pro MB is on here doing nothing. I don't know why. Apparently, I put this and I probably wanted to do something with it, and then I never used it.
And then you just decided, you know, you don't need it.
And then there's Soothe. I like this preset a lot. Ear-friendly top on master. It slightly like cuts some of the high frequencies. It's barely doing anything.
Oh, yeah. There's. I don't hear anything actually.
Yeah, it's probably not really doing anything, but I just put it there for like safety's sake. This is a pre-limiter that I use, so I cut like the very highest transients, which are usually like the drums, before it hits the final limiter so that I can push everything even further. You can see that's mainly getting the snare hits. And then the final limiter, I just push everything. This is like the clipping setting. I have it set pretty high, so it's close to hard clipping. And I didn't totally smash it, but it's minus 10 RMS, which is like pretty loud.
I mean, 10 is okay because honestly, Nash has tried to get shit to like 6, and I'm like, what the fuck are you doing? Why?
Yeah, I think Live Providence goes to like minus 7 RMS on some parts.
Damn.
But because there was like so much layers and so much orchestral stuff, I probably felt like it was going to be ruined if I pushed it too far. So I push it to like minus 10, which honestly I feel like works better for streaming services anyways, because they normalize everything. And if you have like 2 dB more of transient, it like kind of sounds better than the hyper compressed stuff. So yeah, that's the mix.
Yay! Let's give Seth a round of applause.
Yay. Lots of limiters and
Holy
OTT
shit,
and tape saturation.
I mean, tape saturation, if used well, it sounds really good. And oh, fun fact, before you even added like saturation to everything, I had saturation on the vocals, so there's like a lot of saturation going on here.
Yeah.
It sounds
Distort
good, though.
everything.
Distort everything. Yeah, I distort it and then I send it to you and then you distort it even more. Yes. I mean, it sounds good and everything just glued. Everything just came together. I really like this mix, by the way. It's so... how do I even put this? It doesn't sound like the usual Trash Panda sound, if that makes sense. Like, if you guys are familiar with like Trash Panda's like previous works, I mean, I think we like improved along the way somehow, but this is just a very like I like the way that your mix like glues everything together, if that makes sense. Like compared to, let's say, like Villain Vibes, that one had a different sound, like a different final sound compared to this one. And I really like everyone has different preferences, I guess, and I really like this one, honestly. This is one of the you know, honestly, I think this is one of the best mixes that Trash Panda has put out so far.
Thank you.
I think chat would agree. I don't know.
Yeah, someone said like they can definitely hear wall of sound on this one, and like yeah, that's generally what I try to go for.
Let's go. I mean, I really like it. It sounds cool. I don't know if we're ever gonna like release like an instrumental of this. Probably not because brain. Yeah. Seth Goat from Unit 0. Yeah. So I guess that's pretty much it. Is there anything else you wanna like show?
Not really. I don't think there's anything else. This is I have something like this on like every mix that I go back to. There's always a plugin that just is doing nothing. Which is hilarious. Was there like usually I have a drum kit bus where the cymbals and the drum shells go to and then I glue them together, but I guess I didn't do this on this mix.
Oh.
Yeah.
And I remember you telling me that you actually like mixed this from scratch. So everything was like you had to like decide everything from scratch.
Yeah,
So,
okay. I
that's
did
kinda
forget
crazy.
something. I didn't show the
Oh.
drum shells bus.
Oh.
Because there is more bus compression on that. So if I
Let's
solo the
go.
drum shells, and I think wait, what's the reverb I'm hearing? Is that the snare?
Is that the room?
Is it the room? It's possibly the room. Oh yeah, it is.
Oh.
So it's basically I have it set pretty fast and it's digging into the snare mainly.
So you can see it
Kinda
every time the snare comes in.
Yeah, it's kind of like squeezing the drums together and making it a little bit more like sausagey.
Is that a reference to the sausage fattener or
Kind of. I technically have that plugin. I don't think I have it installed right now though.
do you still use it? Like
I
okay.
bought it and I barely used it for anything.
Okay, Aris, I was like, there are so many other plugins out there. Why are you getting the sausage fattener? And they were like, but it sounds good. And then they bought it. So I was like, okay, welcome to the sausage fattener world.
People are saying accordion version, please. That could be cool.
I mean, the original has like, full like accordion tracks and stuff. Honestly, I don't know where we would fit like the accordion in this arrangement, but if it's just an accordion version, I don't know. I'm probably gonna ask you to like convert the MIDI for me or something.
I could do that.
What would that sound like though? I'm like imagining it in my head, like just the accordion.
Yeah, so after this, there's a limiter, and I probably know what this is doing. Okay, so this is hitting the snare again. The way I mix is I make the snare really, really fucking over the top, as you can see with the amount of plugins that I used, and then I dial it back. Yeah, I dial it back with compression and limiting, and this limiter is actually set to clipping. So something that is interesting to know about the FabFilter limiter, if you set the look ahead time to 0 milliseconds, when the samples hit the top threshold, because there's two compression algorithms happening. There's like a compression algorithm that's trying to like compress or limit like the fastest transients before they hit like 0 dB. And then there's the final like hard limiter at the end, which is like soft clipping, anything that like reaches like 0 dB. So it's got these two stages, right? So you can actually deactivate the compressor if you set the attack time all the way to 10,000 milliseconds. It's basically so slow that it never reacts.
Okay.
And then you set the look ahead time to 0 milliseconds. And what happens is there's the compression stage is off. And the soft clipping stage has 0 milliseconds to react, so it turns into hard clipping. So you basically get a really fancy hard clipping limiter that you have more like granular control over. But the cool thing is that you still get the sort of coloration from the different styles that you choose, which makes it sound like better than just a plain hard clipper to me, which is why I use it for the bus. So yeah, that's just like clipping the snare. You can see it's just going to be above the kick transients, but clipping the snare.
Oh. So it just chops it off. It doesn't sound like a hard clipper though. Like, I don't know how to explain this, but to me, like, hard clipping to my ears kind of has this like harsh sound.
On sustain stuff, like vocals, yes, but for drums, hard clipping is used a lot for metal production because the transient, like a drum transient, is so fast that you don't really hear the hard clipping that happens. So it sounds like the transient is still there, but it's not. Meaning that you have like, I was limiting the snare like 3 dB, so that gets me an extra 3 dB to like push the song and like compress it more and like make it louder, which is like pretty much the philosophy behind like hard clipping drums.
Oh my god. I'm learning
What?
so much from you.
Yeah. And then there's a final reverb. It's just like a big drum room reverb. It's pretty low, but it's just to give it a bit more space. You can barely hear it.
I can't really tell.
Yeah, I can turn off the dry signal. It's very low.
Oh, yeah. I can barely tell. It just kind of gives you a little bit of that stereo-y sound.
Yeah, I find that like on when you're getting to like the mastering stage and stuff, you'll like, because you're bringing up everything else with like mix bus compression, it makes those things like feel better, not necessarily sound better. So I like to do stuff like that. Like I did the same thing. I do the same thing on guitar. Wait, did I? Oh, I didn't use reverb on the guitars for this.
Oh no.
I usually do that, but
Reverb.
I've even used reverb on the mix bus, but yeah,
I mean, no
so
harm
that's
in that.
yeah. I mean, it's work. I think I did it on like Kronos and like Goddess and stuff, but yeah, that's the whole mix. Just everything I'm basically crushing things in layers.
Crushing things in layers. You hear that? That is peak mix advice. You just crush things in layers.
Yes, mixing is like an onion. It's all layers.
Holy shit. I'm like processing in my head, like, oh my god, that is the whole mix. You know, to this day, I still don't know what the hell I did with the vocal mix because I was just going by ear, and then if you ask me like why I did anything, I wouldn't be able to answer you. Zephy, I'm sorry, but I'm learning more than I did from you and Zephy's class. Oh, right, the gremlins. Me and Zephy Sonus did like a mix stream where we just put random shit on the mix on purpose.
Yeah, I think I watched part of that. It was like a cursed mixing stream.
Yes, it was amazing. Of course you would be learning more here. If you learned more from that other stream, something is wrong. Yeah. So, I think that's it. Anything else? Like, what does
Someone said, and if you cut through the layers, do you start to cry? Yes.
Fair. So, wait, let me just switch to the... Is there anything else we want to show, like, on screen?
That's pretty much everything.
Okay, let me just switch to the just chatting screen so that, you know... So that there's a BGM and help. So many layers. Yay! we are back. I don't even know what I'm talking about anymore. And Seth is in the corner in the bottom. So that was all. I think that was basically it about like Trash Panda's new release. I hope you guys enjoyed it. And thank you, Seth, so much for like showing us everything, because that was super cool. I'm making you super huge. Okay. That was fun. That was really I learned a lot. I didn't know that you actually like crunched the thing that much because I couldn't hear like how do I put this? It's like when I sent you the stems, I expected you to like process them harder, and I didn't hear much of a difference between like what I sent you and like the final. So I was like, I wonder what Seth did to them, because it doesn't really sound like you didn't like alter the sound of like the overall vocals, if that makes sense. And I
Yeah.
was like kind of mind blown. I was like, how does he do that? Like, why does his mix like retain whatever the fuck I did for the vocals? Like, I didn't. I was like, how do you even like keep it sounding the same but better?
It's the magic of FabFilter.
FabFilter, can you please sponsor this guy right here? Thank you. Man, I should try FabFilter out, because I have never actually tried a single plugin from FabFilter.
Their stuff is really clean and amazing sounding, and their limiter is like really clean and transparent. Like you saw, I was hitting those vocals like 10 dB of limiting,
Yeah,
and
that is, like-
it doesn't sound like it's being limited. It's amazing.
Not at all. It doesn't sound like you cut anything out, because I have this problem because okay, I use very like primitive plugins, right? So mostly plugins that came with the fucking DAW that I used, and then probably just a few bot ones. And then usually what I do to like limit something, like the FabFilter limiter that you use, kind of you chop so much off the tops of, you know, transients and stuff, and you really can't hear. Yeah, it doesn't sound significant. But when I use like a dumb hard limiter, like let's say like the G clip thing, you can hear the thing like, like slice through the vocals and stuff like that. And I usually like go in stages. I just take like some free limiters. There's this like free limiter called the W1 limiter or something from like a site called like georgeyoung.com or something. It kind of emulates the Waves one. Waves
The L1, yeah.
Yeah, the L1. So I actually use that one in stages. So I would have like 3 or 4 limiters, and one would be set at like 2 decibels, and the next one at 4, and then the next one at 6.
That could work too. Limiters and stages. I mean, like I did that for the mix, right? But G clip is gonna sound really bad because it's designed to be a hard clipper.
Yeah, I can't use G-Clip for it, but you know, I can use like 2 instances of G-Clip and it wouldn't sound so bad, but the W1 limiter actually works better. So, you know, maybe it's time for me to like grab some FabFilter stuff.
Yeah.
I should. I really should.
Yeah, the only downside is that they're like a bit expensive.
Definitely.
I do really like their plugins though.
Sponsor this guy. FabFilter, sponsor this guy.
I don't think FabFilter does any sponsorships
Oh,
of
they
any
don't?
kind.
Oh,
No, I don't
damn.
think I've never seen them sponsor anybody. They barely even do like sales on their plugins.
Oh really? Oh, they're just that good. People just use them, bro.
Yup.
FabFilter costs an arm and a leg, and a leg. Really? I have never checked the prices of those, because obviously they're probably like a price point I can't afford, so I don't even look at it.
I think they're like $200 to $300 per plugin.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
Okay, never mind. I'm never getting them ever. Yeah,
I mean,
maybe
it's
not
possible
now.
to get good mixes with like cheap plugins or like
Yeah.
stock plugins.
Yeah, definitely. You know, it's more annoying to do.
Yeah, it's
you know,
more work,
especially-
but-
yeah, it's more work. Damn, I also want to get Sooth after like watching after seeing you explain like what Sooth 2 does. I'm like, I want that. In fact, I've been wanting that for a long time, and I haven't gotten it. So, oh well, we'll see.
Soothe is another plugin that's like, it's not necessary. I use it because I'm lazy and I don't want to fish for like the harsh frequencies myself. Because like Soothe just like instantly finds them for me. But
Yeah.
the fact that it's like dynamic as opposed to like a static EQ, sometimes it sounds kind of cleaner, but it is a super cool plugin. Soothe is also expensive. I think it's over $200.
Why do all the plugins that I want, like, why are they all expensive? Oh my god. Never mind. It wants me to be not lazy. I would just use a fucking de-esser and do whatever. Pain. But yeah, that's about it. Is there anything like let's see. Does chat have any questions? Or you know, anything you want to ask us, anything you want to tell us, anything you want to tell Trash Panda? Soothe goes on sale often for $30. I will wait until it goes on sale.
That's a hell of a deal.
Yeah, $30. So, any questions? I think that the stream has like a delay, so I'm just gonna chill for a bit and see if all the audio commission money goes towards the plugins. I know, right? I've been taking commissions and stuff, and then I just spend the money back on like plugins and stuff, whatever. Just wanted to say I appreciate you all. Aw, that is very sweet. We appreciate you guys too. Thank you for dropping by and you know, like just hanging out with us on this after party stream. Whoa, I just saw this in chat. You mean I shouldn't use sausage fattener on every layer? Do people actually do that?
I think they're just joking around.
You know what? Maybe I should try, bro.
Yeah.
You guys did a great job. Thank you. I just want to say that Trash Panda is among my favorite groups and I love y'all's work. Thank you. Thanks for covering stream. Otsu Trash Panda. I mean, it's just Seth and me in this point. Like, what happened to the rest of Trash Panda? But, you know, I'm just glad that we were able to do this. And, you know, the cover is finally released. And, yay! So, yeah, enjoy the cover, guys. That is, you know, we worked super hard on it, and I'm very, very proud of how it came out. Like, the whole team did fucking amazing. So, I guess that's it. You have no idea how hyped I was when I saw the premiere notification pop up. Surprise! Everyone else is there in spirit. Yeah, everyone's busy. Some Trash Panda members are like busy with school, some are busy with work, and then time zones. You know, it's hard planning something like together. But you know, I'm just glad that it's finally out. It took ages. We tried, but yeah, we wanted to like release that during like Valentine's, but it's July.
That didn't happen.
I know, we were like, oh, remember like back then we were trying to like rush for the deadline of like
Yeah, everyone was
February.
stressing out. They're like, oh my god. And it was either like me or someone else was like, guys, we can just like wait and like take our time with this. It doesn't have to be right away.
Yeah, and then I was like, I'm dying. And then at that time, I think I was like, oh yeah, I was going to like some con and I had to like perform like for their like perform for the convention or something. And then you were like, Zephy, you're dying.
Yeah.
And I was like, yeah, you know what? Let's postpone this. And then we just yeah, it's out now. I'm just really happy it's out now. Congratulations to all of us. I think I was the biggest like hold up in the production line because I was the one that, you know, got the production pipeline like stuck because I was taking so long to finish the audio, the vocal mix because there were so many fucking layers and I was like, I'm dying.
It took me a pretty long time to finish the mix though, to be fair.
I mean, it came out good, so, you know, all good. Plus, you know, this is passion project. We didn't need to, like, rush or anything.
True.
Yeah, we were just, like, stressing ourselves out for no reason. Next time you see Sai, let them know we're glad they came to. Aww! Yeah, I will let Sai know. So, oh, and Trash Panda's work on that one Takamachi Walk album was just what? that sentence didn't finish. Anyway, I think that's it. Should we end the stream here?
Sure.
Well, anything you want to say to chat?
Fuck you. No, I'm just kidding. You're all great.
I mean, you could say that. I have no... I'm not gonna stop you.
No. I'm just kidding around. They're all great.
You guys are great. Alright, so that's all for today. Thank you for coming, guys. That was a nice stream. I enjoyed, like, you know, just looking at how, like, Seth break down the English. But anyway, yeah, it's like 6 a.m. my time, and I am falling asleep. Goodbye, everybody. See ya.
Thanks for coming and hearing me ramble for an hour, guys. See ya.
See ya. Bye bye. Say bye bye, Seth. Say bye-bye to Seth. Oh my god, my brain doesn't work anymore. Say goodbye to Seth, everyone. Bye. See ya.
See you guys.